Hi there, how are you doing? I'm doing something new today, which is I'm going to watch a video by Sadhguru and I'm going to basically react on it and discuss how I feel about what he says. I have not watched these videos before and I don't know how this will go, and this is a completely new experiment on my channel. If you like it, do let me know, and if you don't, also do let me know. So let's go.
Lot of children below 4 years of age clearly remember their past. It's happened many times. Suppose a few lifetimes of memory opened up. You know what a havoc it would cause in your life? You're going to get into lots of trouble, more than you can handle.
Sadhguru, how come like a boy 6 years old, he can remember his last life? He can tell who he is, who's his parent, and after a time he can forget everything.
Yes, how come he can
Happens
remember?
very commonly.
He should not remember. Nature has given you this cocoon of life so that you do not remember.
True, true.
It has given you a protective wall so that you do not remember. Because if you remember, you will become a far bigger mess than you are right now. See, these few years of living here, 10, 20, 30, 60 years of living here, people are just struggling with the memories of their life, isn't it? Yes, people have great struggles with these few years of memories. Suppose a few lifetimes of memory opened up. You know what a turmoil and struggle it would cause within you?
So I'll pause here because that's what happens. Because we are constantly being bombarded by what happened in our present life and our childhood. Not only those two, but also our past lives. So constantly those behaviors, those emotions, that karma, that energy, it keeps coming to us right now in the present. And one of the reasons for that is because everything is happening at the same time. So while we are living here in the present, we are supposed to heal everything in the past, in the present, and supposedly, I don't know how it can happen, but in the future as well. So to say that if we remember all of our past lives, a lot of turmoil and struggle will happen, I want to say that it is already happening. All of my clients who come to me, they come because they are facing that turmoil in their life because of those past lives coming back to them. And it happens all the time to each one of us.
Just being here, you're still struggling with relationships. You're still not able to forget what happened yesterday, what may happen tomorrow. All these struggles are going on. Suppose you realized, let's say you remember your past lives and you realized that your dear son happens to be your neighbor's pet dog.
Okay, that doesn't happen. I mean, yeah, 1 in a million it could happen, but it doesn't, you don't come across such type of thing. And first of all, it is very difficult for a human soul to regress back into an animal and reincarnate into an animal. However, higher beings, angels and stuff can come as animals because they don't care, right? And they participate in raising the consciousness of earth in many different ways, including being animals. But for a 3D human to regress back into an animal just for the sake of it, doesn't normally happen. And even if it does, that information is not always exposed to us. It is not given to us when we go into our past lives. I have never heard anyone who told me, or from my colleagues or from any past life case in the world, that somebody's relative was born as an animal in the present life, somebody's relative from the past was born as an animal in the present life. I've never ever heard of that. So Sadhguru is basically, I know that he is a very jovial person. So first of all, he is trying to lighten up the atmosphere, and he's taking it way too far. Like it's like exaggeration in a very comedic way that is happening here.
Suppose, I'm just saying. Because these days dogs are having a better life than us. Yes. You know what a havoc it would cause in your life and in your neighbor's life? And in the dog's life. It wouldn't be good for anybody, isn't it? Unless you're in such a state of understanding and dispassion that even if you come to know this was your wife or your mother or your father or your dearest friend, you can still continue without even looking at them, then it's okay to know. But if you're somebody who has emotions for everything that you think that belongs to you, see, this is the problem. People's emotions are coming only towards those things which they call as theirs.
Once again, because all of us are one, we should be having the same kind of emotions and sense of belonging towards everything in nature. If that was the case, we wouldn't be going around hurting other people, we wouldn't be going around exploiting people, paying them less for the work they do, and destroying the environment, hurting animals. If that was the case, we wouldn't have been doing all that. We are only doing that because we only take care of the things that we think that belongs to us, right?
Suppose, let's say, you have never met your father, or you have not seen your mother since you were born, or you had not seen your twin brother or a brother or a sister in your whole life. Today, I showed you, see, this is your mother. You have never seen her, you have nothing to do with her. But now, because somebody told you, this is your mother, the moment you say, oh, she's my mother, suddenly emotions burst out. From where? You have not built a relationship with this person, you have nothing to do with this person.
One thing about this example is that I can say that it's because if you didn't have that mother in your life, you were first of all missing her all your life, and the second thing is that you have all this love inside you for a mother that you want to give to someone and you haven't been able to yet. And when someone comes up to you and says this is your mother, you're finally able to place all that love into that person, right? So I think that is one of the reasons that so many emotions come up.
Just because somebody says, this is yours,
That is
when
also one
somebody
reason.
says, this is your mother, somebody is saying, this person belongs to you, isn't it? So your emotions flare up only to those things which you consider as mine. So if you have this problem, that everything has to be yours, only then it'll happen, then I would say, get little more greedy, make everything yours.
What am I going to say right now? Let me know in the comments what you thought I'm going to say right now. If you make everything yours, we all us humans begin to take it for granted. What if you had 10 mothers in this world? What if you had like millions and millions of dollars? We have seen this with the rich kids, right? They take money for granted. So when we have everything, we take it for granted. when we don't have it, we are always looking for it, and we get that thing, we pour all our emotions into it, right? So that is just human nature.
That's what Isha Yoga is about, Anyway, you're greedy. Why be stingy on your greediness? Take it all the way. You, oh my children, I have tremendous feeling. Make everybody yours. What's the problem? Somebody there to stop you? Is somebody there to stop you? If that's your way, take it all the way. Or nobody is yours. That is also fine. It's a harder way, but that is also fine. Nobody is mine is fine. Everybody is mine is fine. This is mine, that is not mine, this is a problem. So, if you remember past lives and you are in this state that this is mine and this is not mine, then you're going to get into lots of trouble, too much.
Once again, he is pointing out that going into past lives is not a problem, but selectively having feelings for things, selectively working on things, and selectively favoring things just because you think that they belong to you or they don't belong to you, that is the problem, right? And even if you are doing that without watching your past lives, even if you are doing that in your life right now, in general, let's say you are kind to only your kid, you're not kind to other kids, or you are employing only people who are from your region and not others, you are ignoring others even if they deserve it, even if they aced their interview and tests, whatever. So basically that is causing the problem, right? The selectiveness.
Too much trouble, more than you can handle. If you have reached a point, everything is yours or nothing is yours, then it's okay to remember. Then it will be useful to remember. So a 6-year-old boy…
So that is the job of the practitioner actually, whoever is taking your PLR session, to actually explain everything to you beforehand and clear it up with you. What is the purpose of you going into your past lives? Is it to see who killed you in your past life and go after that person? Or is it to help in your own spiritual growth, to resolve your own karma, to know that everything is one and how I fit into that equation and how I can play my part, right? So if you are doing it for that purpose, then it's a very good thing to go for, right?
6-year-old boy just by chance remembered something. It's just sometimes the systems in the nature fail,
He is once again explaining it in a very simplistic manner. Systems in nature don't actually fail. I mean, everything happens for a reason, okay? So here the systems are not failing. It's just that that small child is more connected to the other realms, the higher realms, because basically children have just come from there to earth, right? And they are not yet conditioned. We are basically meant to stay like that forever, for all our life, but we don't because of societal conditioning, and we can get back to that as an adult. So systems don't actually fail, they are just like that, but we humans have made those systems disappear, or you can say hide behind something, and they always want to spring up. The reason this topic gets a lot of clicks is because everyone is curious, even the skeptics, right?
Some data input mistake.
I love his
It
jokes.
happens. Such a complex structure. Sometimes, it happens. Little bit of mistake. The necessary protection was not created in a particular child. Even if they do, usually before they grow up, they tend to forget.
I did not forget. So I guess my systems are failed completely. Even now I keep getting like past life flashes every now and then, and it seems that I don't have any systems in place whatsoever.
Lot of children below 4 years of age, clearly remember that.
One more thing, sorry for pausing it so frequently, he is constantly playing with that bell. You know, any person, any person who is trying to fit into the society and who is conditioned by the society will not do that thing with the bell, because they want to look a certain way when they are in this position. But he doesn't, because he's still a child, and that is the greatest thing ever, because he still has his inner child alive.
Clearly remember their past. But by the time they become 4 years of age, it all dies out. After 4 years of age, they get involved in this life, whatever is around them. Till they're 4 years of age, it is possible in their minds the past could be just going on. I don't know if you're aware of this in India. For a variety of reasons they said this. They say, till the child is 4 years of age, he belongs to God. Only after that he belongs to you. Because they're saying, because he's running with so many memories, he doesn't belong to anybody at that time. After that, once his memory goes off, he starts relating to everything around him in a deeper way. That's when he begins to belong to you. At least he gives you an illusion that he belongs to you. Yes, they'll break it after some time. They do, isn't it? One way or the other they do. So, it could happen, it's happened many times, but generally such people forget after some time that capability or that kind of aberration, I would say, happens only at a certain phase of childhood. After that it dies by itself.
So it was wonderful watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the video and the comments that I made. I'll see you next time with another video on Sadhguru and past lives. If you have any recommendations, also put them in the comments. Have a wonderful rest of your day.